Alrighty, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, February 15th. It is set by Tramp, not a name I recognize. One across. They join old singer when playing clubs. So obviously we're supposed to think of playing nightclubs or social clubs. I think of the club singer character from Shooting Stars. But I wonder if the definition could be they join, and it's things maybe that stick things together, like something nails. And then an old singer, of course, could be a sewing machine. Probably not. Could be O followed by the name of a singer. When playing, of course, could be an anagram. Clubs. No, not getting it. Cut green tree. It might be used for a hedge. I presume it's a metaphorical hedge. Some kind of a bet. U-turn is the only thing I can think of that fits 1-4. I'm sure there's a lot of things, but cut green, of course, U sounds like a U tree, but there's no homophone. All right, complex issue in question, board meeting with anger. Well, anger, I immediately think of ire, which could be the ending of a word, so it could be complex or complex issue. Question could be, oh, how about quagmire? I see AGM. So ire is anger, AGM is board meeting. Therefore, QU, is that an abbreviation for question? I do seem to remember maybe in school you would see QU period for a question. Oh, so let's see what we can get with that Q. Judicial review is through. Way to receive pardon for Spaniard. I'm wondering if it's the Spanish for excuse me or pardon. But I'm not sure what that would be. Oh, there's lo siento, right? Sorry, if I'm remembering correctly. But judicial review is through, and of course we can't let the punctuation throw us off. That might be through a way, so maybe there's road or street, around a word. Oh, of course, the way could receive, and maybe the way is around the word for pardon in Spanish. Judicial review. Oh, an inquest, I suppose. So K, oh yeah, I suppose if you didn't catch what somebody said, you would say K, and that would be in, through way is in street, and that receives the K. All right, not too bad. All guys round pinball machine, initially excited, American one with flipper. Oh my goodness, there's a lot to unpack there. The initially, is that just going to be the E from excited? All guys. Oh, all guys could be stag, as in a stag night. American one with flipper. What is pinball machine? I think there is another name for a pinball machine, but I don't think there's going to be anything short. But I do wonder if it could be STAG and an E, an American one with flipper. No, not getting that. Rhythmic music from drum and bass put together. I want it to be samba. Oh no, it's rumba. So if you put drum and bass, removing the and, then hidden within them is rumba. New focus for courts set in order. They might take the kids. No, not saying that, but does this help us? They join. Old singer. I think this is probably an ing. Playing clubs. They join old singer when playing clubs. Something Brad's could be joining things. Then what would this do for American one with flipper? I presume that's just a punning definition of the answer. Is it some, of course, a flipper, I think of dolphins, but I don't think it is. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. They line the arteries in time. Fat, essentially, providing blockage. Well, it all seems very medical. It has a very good surface. I think it's going to be blockage as the answer. Blockade in time. They line. So I wonder if lining the arteries could be the A and the S, and they go inside a word for time or a time period. And then fat essentially would be the A in the middle of fat, but this ends in E. No, not getting it. Flatten out, gold on layer with metal. I presume it's going to be flatten out as the definition. Gold can be AU or OR. Layer, of course, could be simply a layer of something, a tier, but it could also be a hen, and then metal could just be the chemical symbol for some metallic element. But flatten out, not getting it. Women drunk beer. He worked on bars. Women drunk. Well, drunk can be an anagram indicator, but so can worked. Women drunk beer. He worked. I think he worked on bars is going to be the answer, and it's probably a composer. But so, what would be a short word for women with a beer in between? Oh no, so women is W and drunk is an anagram indicator. And so Weber is the composer, not to be confused with Webern. So let's see what that B does for us. Single friend after bachelor could be a dishy thing. Wow, okay. Single friend after bachelor could simply be B, as in a Bachelor of Arts. Single, oh, it could be bone, B1, and then a word for friend. Oh, bone china, yes. So I was thinking it was going to be a food dish, but it's actually the dish itself. Me old china is your friend. All right, so that was good. Let's try. Oh, so we have another singer in this long one. As singer noted, reviews when touring. 12 letters. So could that be an anagram of noted reviews? Because those letters would be touring. But it's funny then, the definition would be as singer. Not sure about that. So what would be a good 6-letter word beginning with W? Maybe, oh, of course, singing can also be, what do you call it, being a stool pigeon. Reviews. Winter. No, I think I'm going to need some more letters for that one. All right. Oh no, I missed this one, probably because I saw it was about cricket. Early spin in cricket match, play shot with force. Again, a good surface in that it all seems to be about cricket. I have a feeling it's going to have nothing to do with cricket. Early spin. Oh, a cricket match could be a test. I wonder if it could be, and test plus early is 9 letters. Could it be an anagram of early inside of test and meaning play shot with force? Let's try the anagram helper. Early test. Oh, it looks like I have the wrong number of letters. Start again. Did I do that right? That is 9 letters. That's so funny. What am I missing here? There's something weird going on. I'm going to have to watch the video back to see what mistake I made. Anyway, we'll come back to that one. Playing advantage to break John McEnroe. Glad ultimately at a loss for American. Well, again, another very good surface with all of these tennis terms. Playing advantage to break John McEnroe. Glad ultimately, I think, is going to be the D. At a loss for American. Is it going to be an American word for loss? Playing advantage, or maybe it's going to be playing advantage to, and of course we read John McEnroe as one thing, but I wonder if it's going to be to break John, which could be a toilet. But then where's McEnroe? Glad? No, there's too much in that. All right, I had to take a phone call. Where was I? Yeah, I really have no idea where to start on this one. So let's move on to traps placed outside small dens. I think the definition might be dens, some four-letter word for traps, put outside an S, but then it probably ends in an S as well. Nope, not getting that. Partners in tight corsets. Well, 7 letters and corsets is 7 and we have a C. I wouldn't have immediately thought of tight as an anagram indicator, but I realize now it's like drunk. So an anagram of corsets that means partners. Let's try the anagram helper, see if it works on... Oh, sorry, I keep doing that. Oops, corsets, shuffle. Oh, escorts. Yeah. So it's really maybe, well, is it as a noun or as a verb? Partners is escorts. Anyway, we have an R for 22. Slam in the lamb, perhaps. Wow. That's slam in the lamb. I have no idea what that could be. All right, let's go back to the across. Fighter is harmful when ignoring the odds. Right, then left from boxer. Another sports one, or a sports theme. I think the definition might be fighter, which of course could be a fighter plane. And harmful when ignoring the odds might be to take the even from harmful, which would be AMU, and then followed by an R for right. And left from boxer could be the B. Actually, maybe the right, oh well, the right from boxer is also an R, so it doesn't make much difference which way you read that. But could it end in RB? What did I say? AM, amerb? Harmful when ignoring. Oh, maybe we have to go with the when. No, but then it would be AMUW and fighter. No. Could it be a famous boxer? But I don't think so. I stir, middle of cup, vigorously, drinking morning coffee in this. Well, I stir and vigorously, I'm thinking it's an anagram. So I think it might be I stir with the U, which is middle of cup. We're up to 6 letters. And then drinking morning means we're going to have AM somewhere in the middle of it. So let's see. I thought it was I stir U AM. That's an awful lot of vowels. And coffee in this. I'm not sure what that could be. If I'm right, I stir, middle of cup, vigorously. I mean, stir could also be an anagram, but I think it has to be part of the fodder for the anagram. Oh, tiramisu. Of course. So there is coffee in that tiramisu, and it has AM right in the middle. All right. One after wheels, parking to sit in old Ford. One after wheels. And then the P is going to be parking. And is it in an old Ford? Well, of course, they want us to think it's an old Ford car, but I wonder if it could be a person called Ford. Glenn Ford. Did he have one or two N's in Glenn? Gerald Ford. Ford Maddox Ford. One after wheels. Now I'm going to need something else for that. Starter of gazpacho, which sounds like G, with A. So maybe it starts GA. Mostly tough mushroom. It might stop you getting more food. Well, seeing food and GA, I immediately thought of gastric or any of the gastro. Gastric, oh, I was going to say bypass, but that's only 6. So there's the G and the A. Mostly tough is most of the word strict. So then mushroom. Is it a type of mushroom? Gastric? Then slam in the lamb, perhaps. I have to think it's roast. To slam somebody, to insult them, can be to roast them. And lamb could be a roast. But I suppose as a verb, it could be like slam the lamb in the oven, maybe. Ooh, 18 looks interesting. Is mash cooked with one Japanese dish? I'm never very good on the Japanese dishes, but I think it's sashimi. Seems right. Might stop you getting more food. Gastric illness. Gastric ulcer, gastric something, not sure. Upset, detective, bust, criminal, without resistance. So criminal, I was going to say criminal without the I for resistance, and then you anagram that would busting it, but that would not be upset, and it doesn't have a U in it. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Let's go back to the downs. We've already looked at this one as singer. No, like to cut rent for poorest. Like can be as, and to cut rent. Rent could be torn, but aster doesn't mean poorest. What is a word for poorest? Nope. brief here, lap dancing to entertain this writer. Of course, lap dancing, we see that as a phrase, but dancing could be an anagram. Brief here might be here without its final letter, and then lap, and you. No, and I think this writer has to be wordplay. It's either tramp or it's me or I. And so I think brief here has to be the definition, which could be something to do with the law court. Brief here, no. We looked at this one already. New focus for courts set in order. They might take the kids. Wow, they might take the kids. Of course, we're thinking of seizing children by court order, but it might just be some kind of childminders or schools. Could also, of course, be goat herds. No. Great teaching out of university. Son admitted. Avoiding 13. So does that refer to 13 across, which is Weber? Great teaching, I think, might be the definition. Must be, really, because avoiding 13 must be. Oh no, hold on. What's the tridescophobia? Is that it? I'm going to pause and look that word up, meaning fear of 13. No, I got that word completely wrong. I think it's triskidecaphobia. So I think I left out a syllable or two, and that's far too long to fit in here. So great teaching could be. No. Son admitted sounds like putting in an S in something. No, not getting it. Cad mainly going out, full of energy. So I think going out must be an anagram indicator, and it's cad mainly. I'm going to do this one on paper. Well, I saw a dynamic among the letters, and then there's AL left over. Dynamical? I suppose dynamically I know, so dynamical must be a word. This now could be gastric illness, but I still don't get the mushroom part. Well, but that would also mean that this ends U something I, which doesn't sound likely. Now this one, I thought, let me do this one on paper since the anagram helper, probably user error, but it didn't help me. Oh, but hold on now, early and test do not work because of that D. Early, spin. I still think inside of test is probably right. Play shot with force. Is that the definition, or is it simply with force? No, not getting it. Now our traps placed outside small dens. Oh, nooks could be dens, but that I don't see traps in that. Anyway, let's Where was I? Oh, well, actually, I think that was the last of the downs I hadn't looked at. Oh no, I haven't looked at this one. Referring to master, copy. Referring to master. Well, copy could be mimic. Does that refer to master? Is there a word? I know there's mimetic. Referring to, oh, master, of course, can be sir. Oh, referring to could also be re, followed by a three-letter word for master, and it means copy. No, not seeing that. All right, now our one after wheels parking to sit in old Ford. Let me think about if there was a P in this word with it beginning with C. Could it mean one after wheels? Ah, well, thinking about a C and a P, I thought of Capri, which I do vaguely remember was an old Ford model when I was growing up. And one refers to the I at the end after wheels, which is car, and parking to sit in that. That's, we sometimes see wordplay in this sort of order where, yeah, you really have to think about it. But anyway, I think that might be right. Oh, we are past the 30-minute mark, so I will check that one. It is correct. Now, referring to master, copy. Yeah, let me pause and think about a REP word. No, nothing coming to me there. I wonder if this could be an ION word. Oh, I did think this could be illness. No. Playing advantage to break. John McEnroe. Ultimately at a loss for American. What could it play if playing advantage was the definition, like home field? What else could it be? I can see consensus would fit, but I don't see how that would be right. All right, I think because of the time, and I do need to get out and run a few errands, I'm going to put in illness. I don't think it's right, but let's check it. No, it is not. So it might stop you getting more food, gastric. It's some medical term. Let's check it, or let's reveal it. Ooh, wow. So mushroom as in a verb, to get bigger, balloon. I'm not sure what a gastric balloon is. Is it something they use in treatment, or is it something that just happens to someone and then they have to fix it? Ah, but now I know what this is. Repro is a copy, and a master is a pro. Repro, I suppose, short for reproduction. Now we do have the M, so could it be AMU? Oh, samurai would be a fighter. So there's the AMU from the even letters of harmful. Then we have right. Then left from boxer. Oh, you take the L away from Ali and you get the AI. So where is the S coming from? Is, oh, I think it's, you have to consider is harmful and just get the even letters from both words. Okay, that makes sense. Now this one, upset, must be disturb. DI is a detective. And then bust, I think is, a criminal. Bust is anagrammed, so is that criminal? Oh yes, and it's without an R for resistance. Oh, I was thinking of current, I think is I. So resistance is only R. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, this one now is, it definitely looks like maybe an Ishan word, great teaching. Or it could be great teaching out of university, could be tuition, son admitted, avoiding 13. I still don't get that. So let me reveal it. Ah, it is avoiding 13, the number 13, superstition. So the question mark, I suppose, indicates it's it's an example of, so it's not specifically avoiding 13. So great is super teaching. I think teaching is tuition, but it is out of U for university, so it just becomes Titian, and son S is admitted between the two. Interesting, all right. Well, this is ends something. Oh, how about nests? A den could be a nest, and a net would be a trap. No, I'm not seeing this condensed, but now let's reveal it. Nonplussed. Ooh, does that only have one S in it? Is that ultimately at a loss for American? Interesting. Is that an American? I thought that was a British word as well, to be nonplussed. In fact, I would have thought it was more British than American. Because I don't think it's playing advantage to break John McEnroe. Other than the glad, ultimately, I don't see, it's not an anagram of John. I mean, we have some of the letters, but no, we're going to have to rely on our friends at 15 squared. Oh, this does look like it might be. Oh, I wonder if it's winded. Noted reviews, like something winded. I think referring maybe to a singer having. Oh no, we only have one D though. Yeah, let me. Well, let's try the anagram helper and see if it actually helps us. Oh yeah, that V is going to be interesting. As singer. Oh, Stevie Wonder. Yeah. I'm not sure why it's as, well, I suppose as is just saying the following wordplay is as a singer's name, something like that. So pretty sure of that one. Let's check it, that I spelled it correctly. Yes. Now, they join old singer when playing clubs. It has to be a plural, I think. They join when playing. No, let's reveal that one. Soldering irons. I did think it might be something that joins things together. Old singer is anagrammed when, so old singer when playing, right? And then clubs or golf clubs, irons. Wow. Yeah, I think if I had maybe come back to that later, I might have eventually, but it would have taken me a long, long time. Now, cut green tree. It might be used for a hedge. Could it be a, I don't think it's a hidden clue. E-N-T-R, no. Might be used for a hedge, an E. Oh, maybe it's a British pension fund or something. Let's reveal it. E-cash. Don't think I know that that word, e-cash. So tree is ash, cut green. How is EC cut green? I don't know. All right, we are confirmed in the G here. American one with flipper, all guys round, so maybe it is stag, but the G and the A are not together. I'm going to reveal it. Grampus. I have no idea what that is. All guys, round pinball machine. Oh, initially, so it's the first letters of these first 5 words, AGRPM, initially, but then they have to be excited or anagrammed, and then American is US. What is a grampus? Let me pause and check. It is a kind of dolphin, or other toothed whale such as the orca. I don't think I've heard of that. All right, flatten out. Goal. Oh, flatten out must be plateau. Oops, if I could type it. I still can't. There we go. So AU is the gold, which is on, to layer something with metal is to plate it, as in gold plating or silver plating. That's good. Early spin in cricket match. I'm thinking, is that a toss? Wasn't there a type of bowl you can throw in cricket? A toss, play shot, and then a toss drive would be with force, maybe? Let's check it. No, so it's, oh, how about test drive? Oh, is an early spin. So cricket match was test, but I was too focused on putting it around. It's simply test, and then to play a shot with force is to drive it, and an early spin in a car is a test drive. Wow. Like to cut rent for poorest. I think this might be the least among you. Oh, and it is as, and it cuts let or rent. Okay. Now this must be. What must it be? Oh, I was going to say ethereal, but it's not ethereal. Oh my goodness. Lap dancing to entertain this writer. And again, this writer is Tramp, but I think it's going to be me or I. Yeah, so it's going to entertain probably an I somewhere. Oh no, how about ephemeral, which entertains me? Now, where's the lap dancing? Ah, oh no, sorry, it's here and lap are 7 letters and they are anagrammed, and you put me inside, and you get ephemeral, meaning brief. Okay? They line the arteries in time, fat essentially, providing blockage. Let me think about that. That M something E ending is interesting. Well, I wonder if it's a Latin word in medical science for whatever does line the arteries. And from the wordplay, could it be simply in time with an A for fat essentially? Let's check it. It is correct. Ah, well, at least the wordplay gave us pretty much everything we needed. And so I think the providing blockage just means the middle letter of fat goes inside of in time. All right, just one left. It's taken me a long time. New focus for courts set in order. So oh, well, I was thinking of nursemaids, but nurseries. How about that? I'm pretty sure that's right. New might simply be N. Focus for courts set in order. I wonder if it's the focus for court. Could that be the inner letters? No, going to have to rely on 15 squared. Let's check all. Everything else seems to still be there. Let's go over. All right, the blog today is by Andrew. Nicely pitched puzzle with not too many difficulties. Not sure about that. All right, I think the first one I was okay with, but yes, let's see. Eco is green, of course, and it gets cut. I need to, because we've seen that before, I need to remember green can be eco. A hedge of protecting oneself against financial loss. All right. 11. Yeah, so this is I suppose, an obscure word. The innermost coating or membrane of a part or organ, especially in a vein or artery. All right. 17. So, I did ask if it was one S or two. So the single S was the American spelling. It's funny, even though I've been here a long time, the British spelling still looks more correct for me. And so, yeah, if you're at a loss, I suppose, for words, you're nonplussed. But let's see, on is playing. Plus is advantage. Wow, like that's a big plus. Like the joke, what's the best thing about Switzerland? Their flag is a big plus. In John McEnroe Glad. So ultimately you have to take N, E, and D, yeah, to finish it. And R, well, actually to start it, and then inside of that you put the on plus. Wow, I don't feel too bad now. Gastric balloon, they don't explain what that is, but maybe I don't want to know. And then downs, I think there was just one I wasn't. New focus for quartz. So it is the focus is the inner letters. And of course you have to add the S as a sixth letter to get the middle two. And a set is a series. Very good. All right, I think I got all the others. Yeah, easier than I often find. Trump. Oh, so someone said Superstition is a Stevie Wonder song. I missed that in 1974. Wow, a long time ago. All right, well, I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for watching and have a great day.